Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis, starting on the daily chart with our channeling here based on Elliott wave as well. Of course, taking the channel, the acceleration channel based on the wave 2 of your impulse in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this acceleration channel is as well laying on your wave 3 top, where we can see, of course, this is a channel where you want to see the price action moving inside it and start to range in and out inside this channel for your wave 5 to be completed. Now, if we look exactly inside it, we can see that we have already closed a daily candle inside this channel, and after this we are looking into some red here. After it possibly going down to hit this acceleration channel, possibly working as a support, but possibly very possible as well to break it down back as well towards the dangerous area, or the very volatile area between a correction and of course an acceleration channel, where we're gonna see of course a lot of ranging up and downs in this scenario. However, we're gonna of course watch this in close, what's gonna happen with the channel exactly inside there. And after this very long candle that we can see, of course, due to the election, the US elections, it is very probable that we have at least a nice candle, red candle for a correction, because after this very volatile market, it might need some really very strong correction. As we saw yesterday on my indicator with KGT, I saw a very strong selling signal that I never saw before on this indicator, which I'm still testing, as I mentioned, of course. However, it is a very strong selling signal. We're gonna see if that is the case, that if we are going back even under the correction channel or not. So this is the question. It might be under test. It might be under test now, the bullish scenario, if we are moving towards the upside, or still need some correction, or maybe something else is unfolding. We're gonna see, of course, on the counting of Elliott wave in a few minutes. So let's move on to the daily count here, where we can see possibly a new scenario unfolding, of course, as a bearish, because it would be, of course, much more efficient if we counted. However, after, of course, we know we are in 1, 2, 3, and then we have bottom for our wave 4 here, right? I would like to mention something very important, is that your wave 5 length now is almost very close to your wave 1. Now this is a logarithmic chart here. If I remove the logarithmic chart, it might be even, of course, closer, right? Even your wave 5 is longer than your wave 1, right? So as you can see. However, this is not, this is just a remark here that also based on Elliott wave theory, your wave 1, 70% could match your wave 5. Now, on the logarithmic chart, it says that it might still be longer, while on the linear chart, it says, it is already very longer than your wave 1. So, there is some confluence here, also with the counting, where we can see on the daily count here inside our wave 5, we can see also a complete structure somehow. If we want to say, okay, we are bearish, we can see a complete structure as 1, 2, right? And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished diagonal as a wave 3 in white, and then 4 and a 5 finished an impulse. And this can be very legally a very good pattern without even your wave 4 to interfere with your wave 1. So it's a very clear impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. Even it looks like a diagonal, contracting diagonal, which is, yeah, you can consider it, but since your wave 4 is not interfering with your wave 1, it is an impulse, right? If your wave 5 was a little bit deeper, it is totally a contracting diagonal and a very, very legal one. Yeah, it's a very, very good one. So, yeah, this is a question now. Did we finish a wave towards the upside? I mean, I'm not saying we are bearish, guys. It's not necessarily to be bearish. It might be a wave 1 for your wave 5. And it might, as we saw in the deep analysis, it is very, very soon now that we move really, really towards the 100K. I mean, based on the monthly. Now, of course, everything possible. Bitcoin doesn't listen to us. At the end, of course, the market decides what to do. But what I'm saying here, what if we are looking for a wave 2 then? And then moving up very, very high. So this signal, by hitting the 100K fib level, I mean, like activating the 100K scenario, is now, as I said yesterday, that we need, of course, some fuel to recharge and then moving up again, right? So this might be the things that, okay, yeah, it has validate the 100K scenario by touching this fib level and invalidating the diagonal, but it has formed a wave 1 rather than diagonal. So now we don't consider any diagonal or a possible 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, but we consider that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished impulse, and then we're looking for 3 waves down for a wave 2. What if, right? So it's a scenario, guys. Of course, I did not give up on my bullish scenario, which is triple 1, 2s there, right? I did not give it up on it. But as you can see, Elliott wave always shows you something new happened. So it has invalidated the diagonal, right? Elliott wave told you, okay, this diagonal is invalidated. We cannot consider it. You have to consider 1, 2, 1, 2 or triple 1, 2s, which is the most bullish scenario. Okay, perfect, awesome. But now we have another structure where you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. It might be extended wave 5 still, right? So it's still the same pattern. And that means at any time, this wave 5, if it gets finished somewhere here, somewhere higher, we might still go down again. Because this wave 5 still may be unfolding and then moving back down towards the downside, right? This is your bearish scenario now. Right? We have a bearish scenario, of course. I mean, yeah, of course, I need a very deep analysis for this, guys. But it is after the U.S. election, so we have to give this, of course, scenario for now. In the deep analysis, this week is gonna be very, very interesting. It's gonna unfold a lot of scenarios. But yeah, this is the main one, guys. This is the main one. What if we are now 1, 2? Wave 2 target after a wave 1 as an impulse. So, yes, these are the scenarios, guys, for now between bearish and bullish on the daily. So I cannot say now I am 100% bullish now on the daily. I'm 50-50. We can be bearish on the daily now. That's very interesting. What a game changer here. So yeah, and as I showed you yesterday on my indicator here, the last signal that we got here, it was even. Okay, this line, when you see this line up here, that means you're very close to get to the bearish, right? When you go up, okay, you're very close to get to the bearish. And we got a 229, right? Then we dropped down. Then we went very, very high with this price action, and then we get this signal even lower than this one. And that means a lot, guys. When we get a signal, red signal even lower than this one, that's very bearish, okay? And this signal, the problem is that this signal is over than 1,000, okay? I readjust my indicator to 600 days because it's more than enough. Actually, 600 days is 2 years, so but it's a very, very strong signal, guys. So yeah, still to be looked at and still to be watched. As I said, this is still under test, but it looks like, by seeing this today, it looks like something is unfolding there. Now, going back to our analysis, let's go to the 1 hour chart to analyze a little bit what is going on in the price action. So, as we can see here, we were looking yesterday for a 1-2, right? Yes. This is your wave 1, this is your wave 2, possibly. Yeah, and then we are looking, of course, for a wave 3 towards the upside, right? This is a bullish scenario, right? This is our triple 1-2 here, right? And then we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possibly finished, right? Your wave 5 possibly finished, because I'm saying possibly, I cannot read 5 waves yet. And even in your wave 4 of your wave 5 now has interfered with your wave 1. Here we go. I already put yesterday's this line, sorry, at night, yeah, as an invalidation, yeah, of your impulse. And that means when we get to this far here with our wave 4s, this is an invalid impulse. And that means we will, yeah, it's very rare that we're gonna see an uptrend towards the upside again. And that means we are looking for something towards the downside, and possibly, so far, we are looking at least minimum to a zigzag, right? This is the minimum thing that we are looking at, or to a 1-2, 1-2, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And a start of an impulse towards the downside. Okay, very simple. So if we dive a little bit deeper inside the 15-minute chart, we can see here exactly that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 perfect diagonal, right? 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a second perfect diagonal. And because we have double diagonal, you cannot really give it a opportunity for a zigzag here, because a zigzag is very, very rare to have double diagonal. It's the most rare case scenario that you can have it. You get one impulse, one diagonal, or one diagonal and one impulse. This is always what you get in a zigzag. Therefore, higher possibilities go for 1, 2, 1, 2 in this case. So we have probably a 1, 2, 1, 2, and it looks like a perfect 1, 2 formation based on the wave 2 time and the amount and how the momentum of it. It looks perfect for double 1, 2s, and possibly we are gonna see a wave 3 towards the downside, guys. So be careful with it. If you think that it's still going up, of course, have a plan and have a backup plan in case that it has reversed, right? It's just very simple. Now on the 1 hour chart, this wave 5 looks like finished, but for me it's not. Yeah, we lack of a wave 5, right? And now by the invalidation of the wave 1, it is really hard to say that we're gonna get a wave 5 of 5 yet. And that, I think this will turn it. How can we count this then if this is not an impulse and not a finished wave 5? Therefore, we have to consider it a corrective wave. But anyway, it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as ABC, or 1, 2, 3 ABC. Yeah, it has to be it has to be corrective, WXY. It's a WXY. It can be. It is very possible, guys. If we don't finish a one more wave towards the upside, this is not an impulse anymore. Yeah. You cannot count wave 5 with just 1, 2, 3, 4, and without a wave 5. So we definitely need one more wave to finish this wave 5, same as here for your wave 1. Otherwise, this is gonna transform to WXY, guys, with a finished zigzag here, because we did not even finish a wave 5. And therefore 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then, yeah, continuation towards the downside. So this is are the possibilities now. Bullish scenario, we need one more high, right, to finish this impulse. Bearish scenario, we need, of course, to unfold this double 1-2 formation and start to see a very, very low prices. Now possibilities are higher for bearish now on the 1 hour chart, since we have invalidated the impulse of the wave 5, and that indicates that the low possibility of getting a higher wave again. In that case scenario, of course, we might, of course, see lower prices, same as what the KGT indicator says as well so far. On the 4 hour chart as well, we are in between, of course, we are in between. But yeah, I would prefer neutral here because, well, on the 4 hour chart, you can see a finished wave 5. This is a problem, right? I mean, on the 4 hour chart, you can say, okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's finished, right? And then you are looking for a correction. So therefore, I would say even a little bit much high potential for a corrective wave in the 4 hour chart. So bearish. On the daily chart, we are very, very neutral, as I explained. We have, of course, like 2 scenarios between bearish and bullish, and we are in a very, very critical point where you have also finished a potential impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 5 might still unfold a little bit, and then, of course, move with a bearish scenario after it, or even still moving from there with a bearish scenario. Your bullish scenario is no, you are considering triple 1-2s here, right? A triple 1-2s by considering, of course, this is a wave 1 here, as 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. So if this is your wave 3, you want to see anyway a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this bearish signal might be your 1, 2 for, of course, your wave 3. However, very low possibility because on the 1 hour chart we did not really finish this wave 5 yet, so we need to finish it to consider the triple 1-2 continuation. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.